Good news for retailers. Holiday sales rising at the fastest pace in 17 years despite supply chain issues and Omicron concerns. According to MasterCard Spending Pulse, sales rose 8.5% compared to a year ago. They were also up nearly 11% from pre-pandemic levels. Joining me now is Storch Advisors CEO and former Toys R Us CEO Jerry Storch. Jerry, it's always great to talk to you, especially this time of year. I'm a big fan.
Good morning, Cheryl.
One thing about these numbers, good morning. I got to ask you, though, what we saw was consumers went out early to get their holiday shopping done, hence this retail number that's risen. But at the same time, it's because they were worried they weren't going to get the items that they wanted because of the labor shortage and the supply chain crunch. Your perspective on this?
That's all true. And there's no doubt November was a lot better than December. And so November was up almost 20% year over year. And the total, if MasterCard numbers are right, was up 8.5%. Means December probably wasn't very strong. I think we'll see when we get those numbers in January that December was one of the worst months we've had for some time. It's a combination of people having shopped early. And also, frankly, the last week or two before Christmas was when this whole Omicron panic was at its peak. And some people did stop shopping in physical stores during that period. So we got a little bit of the cherry on top taken away from the Sunday, but it's still a pretty good Sunday. The consumer's very healthy. They're shopping in droves. They have a lot of money. The government's helping to fuel that. The Fed's been very loose, too. So I think this can continue for some time.
And I think that there's a lot of pent-up demand out there. People just wanted to have, frankly, a normal holiday after 2020. And a lot of, moves have been shifted online. A lot of buying is online. So fair point there that's going to help the numbers, I think. That's why everybody's buying shares of UPS and FedEx for their portfolios. But it's the supply chain overall, these ports remained clogged. They've got the worker shortage. That's still an issue. You've got the vaccine mandates from the president now on top of that. And Americans have got inflation at a 40-year high. How is this going to play out for the retail sector in 2022?
Look, the supply chain is not fixed. Anyone who says that is dreaming. Keeping the ports open overnight. That didn't make any difference. No one really showed up in the middle of the night to pick up the goods. It just didn't do anything. The reason things seem to have kind of calmed down a little is because we're off peak during, like anything else. You're trying to put it's like a rabbit. They're trying to it's like a snake trying to eat rabbits. There are less rabbits to eat when you're off season. And so when you get back to busy times, you're going to see all the weaknesses in supply chain. The biggest issue is labor. There aren't enough people working. We see a decline in labor force participation. There aren't enough people to drive the trucks. So that's why things aren't working across the supply chain, not just at the ports, but everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why the Truckers Association is saying back off on the mandates. Truckers most of the time are in the cabs by themselves. Is that really a group that you want to force the mandate on in the middle of a labor crunch? But that's the political side of it. I do want to ask you though about crime. Smash and grabs. It's getting worse in San Francisco, New York, and Chicago. In fact, we've seen the video already, but here in New York, they smashed windows. They took off with about $1,000 to $2,000 in clothing from the store. They pulled stuff right off the mannequins. If I'm a retail CEO right now, I'm completely frustrated and fed up, Jerry.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I keep saying, follow the money. This is essentially organized crime. All we see is the end effect, people going to the stores and stealing stuff. But where do they come from? How do they know when to show up? What's going on? What's going on is they're organized. They come in groups, they grab all this stuff, and then they go on the internet or online marketplaces, and that's where they fence the goods. So you have to solve two things to fix it, not just the one obvious thing, which is to arrest the criminals. You have to solve the upstream problem where people are fencing these goods. If you can't turn off that spigot where they can make money fast, it's never going to end. There's nothing in the current dynamic that suggests this is going to end at all.
How do you do that, though, Jerry? How do you stop that? Because that's Amazon's already got enough on its plate.
Well, they have to do it. It's not just Amazon. It's all the market. eBay is just, frankly, I don't mean to pick on individual companies. I have friends there. But eBay's, just as bad. But there's a lot more marketplaces than that. And so what's going, think in the old days, the same thing happened, by the way, at a smaller scale, but they had to go to the flea market and actually work to sell goods. That's what flea market goods are. A lot of those are stolen. So what's going on now is you can do it instantly on the internet. So you need organized crime task forces going after internet fenced goods, and the companies that run these marketplaces need to lock that down as well. Meanwhile, of course, you need to catch the criminals. As any criminologist will tell you, if a criminal doesn't think they're going to get caught, they're going to keep doing the crime. If they think they're going to get caught and they have to go to jail, they won't do it. So you need to hit it on both ends.
Yeah. Jerry, I mean, look, honestly, if one more CVS or Walgreens closes, you always think that's going to be the breaking point in these cities, and then it's not. So it's the politicians, it's the mayors, it's the London Breeds, it's the Bill de Blasio's well, luckily de Blasio's leaving, thank God for that. But, they're the ones, the city of Chicago, they're the ones that have got to handle this. So it's a mess. It's an interesting time, for sure. Jerry Starks, great to see you, by the way. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.